ball security, penalties, too many little missed things, situational football, just all of it.
Bill Belichick, you can't tell whether they won or they lost, whether it was a Super Bowl victory or a crushing defeat. He's always the same. He's consistent in that regard. He's always miserable. Miserable for good reason yesterday. The Patriots lose at home. And Mike, one of my annual check-the-box hot takes going into Week 1 and coming out of it more accurately is never worry about what happens in Week 1 unless you lose at home to a division rival, because you still have to go play them in their building. You get swept. Good luck winning the division if you've been swept by one of the other teams. You got to make up basically 3 games in the remaining schedule. So that was not a good day for the Patriots to lose at home. They should have won, could have won, fumble late that prevented them from getting a field goal that would have pulled off the victory. But, the bottom line is Mac Jones played well for the Patriots, not well enough to win, but played well. Tua Tagovailoa played well for the Dolphins, so I think both teams have to be at least tentatively happy with their Alabama quarterbacks.
Yeah, starting in New England, let's just remember it is a rookie quarterback. So, with the whole Cam Newton, beat out Cam Newton, but Cam missed those 5 days. What went on? What was the real reason? Cam afterwards saying he was surprised and he still has a lot of football left in him. We all like Mac Jones and what he can do, but we have to understand he's still a rookie. Now, that offense, it's not, a lot of times that will be a check down offense. There'll be shorter passes, but you like the way he throws the ball. You like where Mac Jones is going to go. So now it's going to be what's going to be around him, because you can't put it all on Mac Jones. Even early on with Tom Brady, they had great defenses when they were winning Super Bowls early. It wasn't all on Tom Brady, who has since become, the most accomplished quarterback of all time. So a good start for Mac Jones, but let's give Miami credit here, because the key to me is 3 field goals. That's 3 chances to get into the end zone, and Miami stopped them to force 3 field goals. That is key. Made him put him in that position to go be 17-16 before that last drive. That is a game. Xavier Howard, forces a fumble and recovers a fumble from Damian Harris. But they were in that position because, again, Miami's defense held to field goals instead of giving up touchdowns. That is a key thing to look at as the season goes on. And for Tua, I understand this is a guy that the Dolphins openly were courting Deshaun Watson. So while Tua Tagovailoa, it's his job, he is the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, they're courting another quarterback. So when you put your head on the pillow at night, how secure do you feel as I'm the man? What you're getting is the opportunity to show that you are the guy and say, hey, let me be the quarterback of this team. I can do it. And he showed well yesterday. But is Miami still in the position of nobody knows what's going on with Deshaun Watson? Nobody knows, they want 6 picks, whether between picks and players. Is that ever going to happen? So all Tua can do, and it's rightly so, is control what he can control, and that's his play. And again, yes, he played well yesterday. Another very mobile quarterback, gets in the end zone, has that threat. So he should be happy, obviously, with the way they play. And as you mentioned, you're right. Getting a win in the division on the road is huge. But 2 thumbs up for both of these quarterbacks, without a doubt, in Week 1.
Locker room perspective on the Tua Tagovailoa Deshaun Watson situation, because he's not a captain. And to their credit, the Dolphins didn't try to bend over backwards to downplay it. It is what it is. It's no C on the starting quarterback's jersey. But, Mike, when everyone knows in the building that they want Deshaun Watson, and also you throw on top of it Tua admitting candidly in the offseason he didn't know the offense well enough at times last year, and that's why he got yanked late for Ryan Fitzpatrick, I assume that some of the foot soldiers are going to wonder, is this the guy that is the right one to lead us?
Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, listen, nobody knows what's going on in the locker room more than the players that are sitting there. They know where they stand individually, and they know where the team stands and what they have. And with Tua, they need to find out what they have, because a lot of them were on the field last year with him when they were in the situation of him getting pulled. They have a new offense this year. You got some empty, you got some mobile quarterback stuff, obviously, as well. So it's a little bit different for him as well, something else to get used to in the new system that they're in. But yeah, as I said, if a player gets on the field, you have the chance. It's like any next up player that when the starter gets hurt or for whatever reason, you go in, you now can control what the coaches and your teammates think about you by how you play, by how well you play, what kind of a teammate you are, but really by what the production is on the field. So Tua is going to have every opportunity in the world this year to say, I should be the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. I am the starting quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. And you guys need to put any other thoughts away from this so they're not courting another quarterback. That's Tua's job this year. And all he can do is go out and just control his own play, not what everybody else thinks. He has to make people say they want to believe in what he's able to do on the field.
My public advice to him from a couple of weeks ago, not that he would have heard it or paid any attention to it, was act like Tom Brady would act in that situation. Get pissed off. Tell yourself that you're going to prove to everyone that Deshaun Watson shouldn't even be in the discussion. I'll go out there and I'll be better than Deshaun Watson. That's what you need to do to properly get past it. One last point before we wrap on this game. We were talking about this last night, and I said, hey, for Mac Jones, all that matters is whether you won or lost, and he lost the game. I mean, that's the ultimate stat. Did you win? Did you lose? Right. And Drew Brees said, well, he's not the one who fumbled. Damian Harris is the one who fumbled. And I asked Drew, what do you say to a guy after something like that happens as a quarterback? And Drew said, what you say to him is before the play, hold on to that ball like your life depends on it. And, you know, that's really the question. Rookie quarterback in his first game, what kind of extra little talking to did Damian Harris get before that play to make sure that he didn't fumble? Whatever the outcome, you don't fumble in that spot.
Well, I would say Damian Harris would know that more than anybody, right? We always sit there and say, well, did the quarterback tell him that? Did the coach remind him of that? Who the hell doesn't know that? I mean, you're a running back carrying the ball in that situation. Do you have to be told, don't fumble the ball? I mean, could you? I'm picturing in the huddle, Mac Jones saying, hey, Damian, don't fumble. Oh, God. Hey, Mac.
Wait, 88, man.
Wow,
Look, he gets
mind blown.
Okay, let me see that. Wait, check. No fumble.
Wow.
Got it.
Mind blown. Thanks for that one. I mean, no, I don't think that's something Mac Jones needs to worry about right now.
But you know what? You know what, though, Mike? I really do think, and Mac Jones has a way to go to get there. And you're right. The guy knows the job that he has to do. But one of the greatest motivators in football is fear. And there's a certain type of fear you have of your coach. There's another type of fear you have of your starting quarterback. And ideally, you want to become the kind of starting quarterback where they're all as afraid of you, if not more afraid of you, than they are of the coach. And when Mac Jones gets to that point, Damian Harris is not going to fumble. Now, he won't be the running back anymore. It'll be somebody else. But it's just the aura, right? The sheriff, the Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady. Guys don't screw up because they know they're going to have to deal not with the coach. They're going to have to deal with the quarterback afterward.
But Mike, you know, not all players are the same. I mean, was Andrew Luck like that? I mean, there are some quarterbacks who just don't have that personality. Plus, if you don't have the resume to back it up, and you mentioned two guys who are two of the greatest of all time that are walking into the Hall of Fame, going back to Tua, telling him to get mad, that's not Tua. I've known him since Alabama. He doesn't have that personality, and you can't, in my opinion, you cannot ask somebody to do something that they don't naturally do. I want Tua to go be the leader that he was. Eli Manning, I covered Eli Manning at Mississippi and then to the Giants. He's as mild-mannered as it is on the field. Off the field, he'll get in your grill a little bit, but he wasn't fiery like that. There are different types of leaders. You have to lead the way you lead. I don't think Tua he's not going to be a screamer. He's not going to get in someone's face. He's not going to grab a face mask. At least I've never seen that from him, and I don't see that as his personality. So I'm not going to ask my quarterback to act like Tom Brady or act like Peyton Manning and do something like that if that's not in their nature.
And one of the challenges is, and I know coaches who have tried to do that, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You see it lurking somewhere in their nature, and you try to draw it out. You try to kind of massage it, try to make the guy become a little more naturally fiery, not fake, authentic, but it's in there. And I want to draw it out. And that's the challenge of leadership. Some quarterbacks do it naturally. Some need help from their team, and some need to have the leadership qualities drawn out of them as they progress in their careers. But both Mac Jones and Tua will be around for a while.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.